Okay, y'all. So I was just gonna do a video about Andi saying she don't think it's necessary for Zach to tell Fatima that he walked in on her without clothes on. But I just was on TikTok and I seen this video. They replayed the scene and they think that Andi wanted Zach to walk in on her. I seen a comment that said how they think that out of all the girls that Andi would definitely cross that line. And I was like, you know what? I ain't even think about that. I just thought about the fact that she said it wasn't necessary to tell Fatima. And I was like, first of all, if y'all listen to my review, y'all already know. I said, he better tell it like it ain't nothing. I don't care. I don't care. He's talking about, so what? I said, you fool. I said, you fool. First of all, let me backtrack because somebody said out of all people, Andi will cross that line. I said, well, technically, the only person, if I'm not mistaken, that we haven't seen cross that line or do anything like that is Sabrina. Now, I could be wrong, but so far, like, I'm thinking Sabrina's the only one. Just remind me in the comments, y'all. Because Danny crossed that line because she knew that Zach was Karen's ex and she was videotaping him. What was that, season 1? She was recording him on her laptop or something like that. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Then Karen, we been seeing her cross that line knowing that Fatima was with Zach and still pushing up on him. I don't think we've seen Sabrina do it. Andi just be doing that. She was messing around with Gary knowing that he was married. So yeah. It cut off, y'all, but I was just saying how I was gonna make a separate video saying that Zach definitely needs to tell Fatima. I don't care. I don't care. They might think of it as, oh, I don't know if they gonna actually go with the storyline that, oh, she's trying to push up on him. But y'all know how people be when they save folks. Y'all know if y'all be watching these shows and movies, when they save people, they feel like, oh, you saved my life and all this other stuff. Now, it could have been innocent, but once again, they replayed the scene and I looked at it. And he kept on, Andi, I'm coming to get the phone, Andi, whatever. He called her repeatedly and then walked in on her. And then she waited a little while and said something. Now, she could have been just distracted because she was saying how he saved her life and she was saying how, you know, she was looking all scared and stuff. It could be that. It could be that, y'all. But at the same time, I was like, I didn't even think about that, y'all. Y'all think they going to actually mess up their friendship? Now, either way it go, it'll be messed up because she said it's not necessary to tell Fatima. I wouldn't even think about the pack. Lord have mercy. I wasn't even thinking about the part where, you know, she may have wanted him to walk in on her. But yeah, I was like, they said out of all sisters, Andi would be the one. Now, I don't think we've seen her actually go after one of her friends' significant other. I could be wrong, just like I was saying it about Sabrina. But so far, I know for a fact Karen and Danny would, because they were saying Andi out of all people. No, we've seen Danny push up on Zach in season 1. Like, people like to gloss over that because of who she is now. But the reality is, she was just like that. She was, I don't know if Andi would. I don't know if Sabrina would. I know Karen would, definitely. She has done that. But like I was saying, they were saying how Zach can't hold water. He's definitely going to tell Fatima, as he should. Remember that scene from, remember one episode, he went over to Karen's. I can't remember why. And she kissed him on the jaw and somebody took a photo and he did not tell. What I tell y'all? I said he messed up because, one, I think he did tell her he was going over there, if I'm not mistaken. But he did not. As soon as she walked out of there, he should have called her up and said, Fatima, I'm going to let you know right now, Karen kissed me on the jaw or whatever. I know she would have been upset, but at least she would have known about it. At least she would have known about it or whatever, because it was a big thing over this doggone photo. It was a big thing over this photo, and they still didn't reveal it. I think they kind of revealed that it was, what's her name? Didn't they say that it was, what's her name? What was that lady name on Fatima? Belinda. Ain't her name Belinda? Didn't they say it was her? Or was we just speculating that it was her? Either way it go, yeah. I was like, do y'all think they actually finna sit up here and mess up these folks' friendship? I think it still would be messed up because you don't tell mine. You don't tell mine sit up here and not tell me nothing. I don't care how small you think it is. I don't care if you don't want to stir trouble. I need to know. Zach need to tell her like it ain't nothing. As soon as he get to that hospital, pull her to the side and let her know so she won't be blindsided. That's my opinion, though. That's it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until the next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day and be safe.